It was supposed to be just another Sunday, family, food, and the polite tolerance that came with every gathering at my in-laws' house. I never liked being there for too long, but my wife insisted. "It's just a few hours, Ethan," she'd always say, flashing that tired smile she wore when she was trying to keep peace. That day, our 4-year-old daughter, Lily, wore her favorite yellow dress, the one with little sunflowers stitched on the hem. She was running around the house with her cousins, her laughter echoing through the hallways, while the adults gathered in the living room, wine glasses in hand, old grudges masked behind plastic smiles. I was in the kitchen pouring myself a glass of water when I heard the scream. It wasn't a cry. It was a high-pitched, panic wail that cut through the idle chatter like a razor. I dropped the glass. It shattered, but I didn't even glance at it. I ran, and then I saw her. Lily, my Lily, lay crumpled at the bottom of the staircase. Her tiny limbs twisted in ways no child's body should be. Her mouth was open, but no sound came out. My heart slammed against my ribs. What the hell happened? I shouted, my voice cracking. "She just fell," said one of the older kids, a smirk tugging at her lips. My wife's niece, Camila. She was 10, cruel and spoiled. I'd always had a bad feeling about her, but I never imagined. "She pushed her," mumbled one of the younger cousins, eyes wide with guilt. Camila got mad because Lily had the pink pony toy. I dropped to my knees beside Lily. She wasn't moving. I shook her gently, praying she'd open her eyes, blink, something. But nothing. My fingers trembled as I pulled out my phone and dialed 911. That's when I heard it. The laughter. "Kids fight. She'll get over it," said my wife's sister, casually sipping her wine. "She's just being dramatic," someone else chuckled. I turned and stared at them. Their smirks, their dismissiveness. It was like I was in some surreal dream. My daughter lay limp on the floor, and they were laughing. As the sirens neared, the atmosphere shifted. Their arrogance began to falter. My wife stood frozen, her face pale. The EMTs burst through the door, and within seconds, Lily was strapped to a gurney, oxygen mask over her mouth. I rode in the ambulance, holding her tiny hand, whispering to her that everything would be okay, even though I didn't believe it myself. The hospital room was cold and white, filled with beeping machines and nurses moving quickly. The doctor came out hours later, his expression grave. There's swelling in her brain. She's stable for now, but it's serious. We need to monitor her closely. I broke. I sat there, head in hands, silent tears slipping through my fingers. My wife sat beside me, sobbing. But there was something hollow in it, something off. That night, while Lily slept under the watching machines, I scrolled through security footage from my Ring app, which I'd installed at home and luckily had synced to my cloud. I'd forgotten I set up a temporary camera when we were helping my in-laws move furniture in their hallway last month. Maybe, just maybe it caught something. It had. There was Camila shoving Lily hard down the stairs. I saved the footage. I showed it to the police. Charges were filed. My wife's family tried to spin it as a misunderstanding, a child's accident, but the footage was clear, deliberate, malicious. But the betrayal didn't stop there. As days passed and Lily slowly recovered, I noticed my wife growing distant. Not in grief. This was something else. She was always on her phone, always texting someone. She'd leave the room to take calls. And she started defending her family more than she defended her daughter. "She didn't mean it," she whispered one night, staring at the ceiling. "Camila just has anger issues. She's a child, Ethan. She tried to kill our daughter." I replied, my voice low and sharp, but she looked away, and that's when I knew. Something had broken, not just between us and her family, but between us. A week later, I confronted her. She was in the kitchen, typing furiously on her phone. I took it from her hand before she noticed. She screamed, tried to grab it back, but it was too late. The messages were all there. Her sister. They'd been planning to distance Lily from the family. They thought I was too controlling, too strict. There were mentions of getting Ethan out of the picture, talk of lawyers, of taking Lily, and then worse, text to a man named Ryan. I miss the way you hold me. I can't wait till this is over. He's falling apart, just like we hoped. My hand shook. I've been paying for everything, I said quietly. Her hospital bills, her therapy, and the whole time you were planning to leave me? Using our daughter's pain to build your escape. She stared at me, speechless. I packed our things that night. Took Lily. I filed for full custody, and the evidence backed me up. The cheating, the neglect, the cover-up. My wife didn't stand a chance in court. It's been over a year now. Lily walks again, smiles again. She doesn't remember the fall, but I do. I remember every second. I also remember the moment I realized I'd been living with a stranger, someone who shared my bed, bore my child, but never really stood beside me. Some scars heal, others become reminders. My reminder isn't just a scar on Lily's shoulder. It's a look at her eyes when she reaches for me now. That unspoken trust. She knows I chose her, and I always will.